My name is Tan Zihong, number matrix 1801189, and today I'm going to do about the introduction for our report. Malaysia have many polluted rivers and Sungai Kim is one of them. The Sungai Kim has been polluted since March 2019 and it has involved 6,000 people. 2,775 of them was hospitalized during the incident. All the residents were affected surrounding the area. The pollution was caused by the illegal waste dumping by the marine engineering and petrochemical companies, but the companies refused the statement, but later the proof was found. Various agencies took part in the cleaning process, and the affected people was evacuated to a safe place. But the first experienced person has worsened the condition. After the professionals has took control over the situation, it has been under control. At August 2019, the cleaning process was completed and regular checkups has been done to prevent a second time pollution. And in our report, we are going to discuss about the ethnic loss that is involved in the Sungai Kim incident. Thank you. And now I am going to discuss about the root cause of the problem and the consequences. The environmental pollution is one of the most important consequences, and the root cause of the problem is due to the chemical waste that was disposed improperly. The chemical waste has contaminated the river, causing water pollution. Water pollution leads to no clean water source, and it will affect marine life and causing a shortage of food supply. The waste has also contaminated the soil, which will cause problems to the wildlife and agrodiversity, as well is a place for the wildlife to live on and humans uses it for agriculture. The toxic fumes plus hot weather and strong winds causes the air pollution, which can make people feel sick. Another possibility is the accumulated air pollution can cause the acid rain. The pollution has caused many problems such as food insecurity, which means lacks of food, and food available may cause food poisoning. And also about the health problem, many people got sick by just breathing the toxic air. And the social economical impact, which is fishermen loses their work and some schools was forced to close down.
Tell about the engineering the problem. Okay, to overcome the issue we need of the pollution, we need to see where the source of pollution is coming from. Like the waste is where's the waste coming from. So once we know the source of the waste, then we can easily apply the solution. Okay, we can monitor the water quality parameter and remove water pollutant by applying some methods such as aeration, chemical oxidation, water diversion to flush out pollutant, and others. And we can see through these technologies, it cannot work until we reduce the amount of polluted water discharge in the river. Okay, so we can use the RBF filtration, riverbank filtration technology for the river treatment, as shown in this figure. Okay, in the Australian cities, they use a drainage net to stop waste from polluting waterways. This can be applied in the waterways of the household society and also the industries from the dumping into the river. Okay, the water quality of the river can also be monitored by placing a sensor in the river nearby the industry. Once we put the sensor in the river, we can identify the quality of the water, and we can get the data from it. Okay, through this diagram, okay, when the river water mixed with the waste disposed from industry, the water will flow and run through the sensor. Once the sensor will detect and send signal to detect the water quality. When the sensor detect the quality of the water, it will take the data of it and save it in the data server. The data server, we can use the data server to detect the take the data from data server, and can be used from the authority by the IoT system. Okay, the IoT system we can use such as ThinkSpeak Cloud and MIT App Inventor, and this data will transmit and will be recorded and stored in the server and will be can access by the authority. Once the authority analyze the data thoroughly, and they can take the action take and they will take the action. One, if the waterways is clean, so there will not be any action will be taken. If it is polluted, the action will be seriously taken, and they will can identify easily the problem. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Zuhelmi bin Muhammad Suradi. My matric number is DE190153. So I want to talk about which SDG does the problem address. So as we can see that there are about 17 sustainable goals development, and each of them has their own targets to make sure we live a better life in the future. So for the case which is Kim River pollution, there are two SDG that are related to the case, which is SDG number 6, clean water and sanitation, and SDG number 11, sustainable cities and communities. So for SDG number 6, there are about 7 targets, and 3 of them are related to the case. First of all, the target is 6.1, which is achieving universal and equal access to safe and affordable potable water for everyone by 2030. Next is target 6.3, which is improving the quality of water by 2030. And the last one is target 6.B, which is support and reinforce local community involvement. So for SDG number 11, there are only one targets that are related to the case, which is target 11.6. The target is about helps to reduce environment impact on cities. So there are about 2 SDG that are related to the case, which is SDG number 6 and SDG number 11.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hanif bin Amdan. Now I would like to present about Kim River pollution. In 2019, there was an issue of toxic river pollution at Kim River in Pasir Gudang. Due to the illegal dumping of chemical waste, since Malaysia has implemented environmental policies, the government have addressed the contamination with reference to Environment Quality Act, that is 1974 at 127, whereby the offender is charged under Part 4, that is Prohibition and Control of Pollution, Section 34B 1A and Part 4A. Control of scheduled waste, Section 34B 4, based on the Act under Section 34B 1A, the offender shall not disposing of waste except the prescribed premise only. The refer to Section 34B 4. An offender shall the liable to fine not exceeding 500,000 ringgit or to imprisonment for a period not exceeding 5 years or to both. Not only that, the offender was also prosecuted under Part 5 miscellular according to Section 42. In other words, an offence punisher under this act shall be punished with the punishment provided for such offence. The accused person is also charged with 15 other charges for failing to notify the schedule was and failing to carry out periodic monitoring and stipulate under Regulation 3(1) and the Environment Quality Schedule was regulation in 2005. Based on the news report by Berita Harian on 20 March 2020, the offender are punished because the contamination has affected 5,848 people nearby the area, with an amount of 955 people being ward in hospital and 25 placed in ICU. Not only that, based on graphic from Lemel, the pollution has led the closure of the school nearby because some of the victims are from the school. That's all from me. Thank you. For the question, why professional value and ethics is important for engineer. The first thing is why engineer is important is because they are highly regarded and respected for the society. It is because the decision taken by the engineers to have huge impact. Sometimes to extend the fate of a place or many people is change a time. Social aspect of engineering is important to highly because people and society as whole often expect great thing from engineer. Owing to great power the process to bring change. That's all. Thank you.
Question and answer. I forgot a question. What is the example of professional ethics? So the first one is honesty. The second one is trustworthiness. Third one is respect. The fourth one is accountability, and the last one is loyalty.
And now I'm going to answer number 3, which is the what role of ethics in engineering. Engineers uses the knowledge of mathematics and science to develop ways that will benefit mankind. But the engineer should also consider the environment, sustainability, cost, profit, the social needs while designing and analyzing the situation or designing a new product. This is where the role of ethics come in. They will help place the engineer to choose the better way of solving the problem with more responsibility.